Okay, let's talk about discipline. Seriously, when I see that word, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Probably something harsh, right? Strict, maybe even a little punishing. But what if that entire idea we have is just wrong? Today, we're going to flip the script and reframe what it actually means to be disciplined. Oh man, does this sound familiar or what? It's that little pang of disappointment, that voice in your head when you don't follow through on something you told yourself you were going to do. It doesn't matter if it's exercising or reading more or just putting your phone down. We have all been there. It's a totally universal feeling.
And this right here is the heart of the problem. On one side, you've got the myth of discipline. The military-style boot camp in your head, all about 5 a.m. wake-ups and never ever watching Netflix again. But the reality, the stuff that actually works, it's gentle, it's simple, it's human, and most importantly, it's possible. So today, we're ditching the myth and getting real.
So let's dive into the first big myth, the idea that it's all about intensity, that to be disciplined, you have to make these massive, earth-shattering changes. You know the vibe, deciding you're going to go from 0 to running 5 kilometers every single morning starting tomorrow, even though you haven't put on running shoes in years.
But here's the secret, the thing that changes everything. The key to discipline that actually sticks isn't that giant heroic leap. It's the exact opposite. It's all about starting ridiculously small.
So what does starting small actually look like? Well, it's about making and keeping these tiny, tiny promises to yourself. I'm talking about things that are almost too easy not to do, like just making your bed, writing one single sentence in a journal, or drinking a glass of water before you even think about coffee. These little wins, they build momentum.
And this right here is the mantra. This is the whole idea in a nutshell. Consistency over intensity. Seriously, doing something small every single day is so much more powerful than one big, grand gesture that you can't keep up. It's that daily practice that actually builds the discipline muscle.
Think of it like this. It's a famous concept from the book Atomic Habits. Just aim to get 1% better every day. I know it sounds like nothing, right? But that tiny, consistent improvement, it compounds on itself, and over time it turns into something absolutely massive. All right, let's tackle myth number 2. The whole idea that discipline is just this epic battle of willpower, that you just have to grit your teeth and white-knuckle your way through every single temptation, every single urge, with nothing but brute force. Is that really the solution then? To just try harder? To just push through the exhaustion and fight every craving with pure mental strength alone? Nope, not even close. The answer isn't about trying harder. It's about being smarter. It's about designing systems and environments that make the good choices the easy choices, so you don't have to rely on willpower all the time. And one of the smartest systems you can use is called the habit loop. It's actually a really simple 3-step process. First, you've got a cue. That's the trigger that kicks things off. Then there's the routine, which is the action you take. And finally, the reward, which is that good feeling you get from it. Understanding this little loop is the absolute key. Okay, here's how it actually works. Let's say your cue is feeling stressed, and the reward you're craving is to feel calmer. Now, your old routine might be to scroll endlessly on your phone. The trick is, you don't change the cue or the reward. You just swap out the routine in the middle. So instead of scrolling, you pop in a new routine, going for a short walk. Same trigger, same reward, but a way, way better habit. And here is why being smart about this stuff is so important. I want you to think of your self-control, your willpower, like the battery on your phone. When you wake up in the morning, boom, it's at 100%. It's fully charged. You're ready to go. But every decision you make all day long, what to wear, what to eat for lunch, how to answer that email, it drains that battery little by little. So by the evening, it's running on fumes. And that's exactly why it's so much harder to say no to pizza and Netflix at night. It's not because you're weak, it's just human biology. Which brings us to our third and final myth, and honestly, this one might be the most destructive of all. It's that paralyzing belief that real discipline means being perfect, that one tiny slip-up means you've completely failed and you might as well just give up. A huge part of beating this perfection myth is about shifting your mindset from being reactive to being proactive. A reactive mindset waits until you're starving at 9 p.m. and then just orders pizza. A proactive mindset plans ahead, maybe packs a healthy lunch. See, it's not about being perfect. It's about making the good choice the easy choice before you're even tempted.
And being proactive like that, it requires humility. It's about accepting that you're a work in progress, that you're still learning. Your ego is what tells you, oh, I shouldn't need a plan. I should just be perfect already. Humility says, hey, I'm human. I'm going to be tempted. It's smart to prepare. It is the perfect antidote to the pressure of perfection. And ultimately, you just have to stop the comparison game. It's a trap. The only person you should be measuring yourself against is the person you were yesterday. Did you get that 1% better today? If you did, that's a win. That is real sustainable discipline. So after busting all of those myths, let's build a totally new definition. It's time to stop looking at discipline as some kind of awful punishment we have to endure and start seeing it for what it truly is, a gift that you give to yourself. This is what it's all about. It isn't about restriction just for the sake of it. It's about making a strategic choice to say no to the little distractions right now so that you have the time and energy to say a huge enthusiastic yes to the things that truly matter to you. Just think about it this way. Every small, disciplined thing you do today is literally a gift you are sending to your future self. I mean, you brush your teeth today for your healthy smile tomorrow. You study for 15 minutes today for that exam next week. You are simply taking care of the person you're going to become. And this creates such a powerful, positive cycle. Every time you keep one of those tiny promises to yourself, you build self-trust. And that self-trust, that is the rock-solid foundation for real, deep confidence. The kind of confidence that comes from knowing you can actually rely on yourself to do what you say you'll do. So let's end the myth of perfection once and for all. This is the truth of it. You're gonna have days where you slip up. It's gonna happen. But that is not failure. Failure is not getting back up. Real discipline is the quiet, gentle act of always, always returning. So I'll leave you with this question. Forget about the huge, massive overhaul. Forget about being perfect. What is one small, simple, human promise that you can keep for yourself today? What's one tiny gift you're willing to give to the you of tomorrow?